John Force Racing faces Indiana tornado crisis with resilience and community support. On April 2, 2025, the small town of Brownsburg, Indiana, found itself in the path of a destructive force of nature, a powerful tornado that tore through the region, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. Among the many affected was John Force Racing, a legendary name in NHRA drag racing, whose race shop suffered significant damage from storm. What followed was a testament to the team's grit, the strength of the racing community, and the unyielding spirit of those who rally together in times of crisis. In a heartfelt statement released shortly after the disaster, John Force Racing confronted this severely unfortunate ordeal head-on, offering a glimpse into the challenges they now face and the overwhelming support that has buoyed them through it. A devastating blow to a racing legacy. John Force Racing, helmed by the iconic 16-time funny car champion John Force, is no stranger to high-stakes challenges. For decades, the team has thrived on the adrenaline of the drag strip, pushing the limits of speed and engineering to cement its place as one of the most successful outfits in motorsport history. Their Brownsburg facility, located just west of Indianapolis, serves as the beating heart of their operation, a sprawling hub where race cars are meticulously prepared, strategies are honed, and the pursuit of victory is relentless. But on that fateful April day, the team faced an opponent far more unpredictable than any rival on the track: Mother Nature. The tornado that struck Brownsburg was part of a larger outbreak of severe weather across the Midwest, with Indiana bearing the brunt of its fury. High winds, torrential rain, and flying debris battered the region, and the John Force Racing shop was not spared. The facility sustained what the team described as severe storm and water damage, a blow that threatened to disrupt their season and test their resolve. Photos circulating online in the aftermath showed flooded floors, damaged equipment, and a chaotic scene that stood in stark contrast to the precision and order typically associated with the team's workspace. For a team that operates on tight schedules and razor-thin margins, the timing couldn't have been worse. With the NHRA season in full swing, every moment spent away from the track is a moment lost in the race for points and championships. Yet, in their statement, John Force Racing made it clear that their focus extended beyond the immediate impact on their racing program. They acknowledged the broader toll of the storm on the Brownsburg community and expressed solidarity with their neighbors, many of whom were also grappling with loss and destruction. A community rallies around its own. What might have been a story of despair quickly transformed into one of hope, thanks to the remarkable response from the racing world. Within hours of the tornado's passage, the team began receiving messages of support from fans, fellow competitors, and industry figures. More than just words, this support took tangible form as members of the racing community descended on Brownsburg to lend a hand. Some stopped by the shop to assist with cleanup efforts, hauling away debris and salvaging what they could. Others reached out to check on the well-being of the team's employees, ensuring that no one was left to face the crisis alone. In their statement, John Force Racing highlighted this outpouring of kindness, calling it a reflection of the racing family that has long defined sport. "We've been overwhelmed by the support from our fellow teams and individuals," the statement read. "Whether it's someone dropping by to help or just calling to see how we're holding up, it means the world to us." This sense of camaraderie is a hallmark of drag racing, where rivalries on the track give way to mutual respect and unity off it. In Brownsburg, that spirit was on full display as the community rallied to support one of its most storied teams. The response wasn't limited to those in the immediate vicinity. Across social media platforms like X, fans and followers shared messages of encouragement, with many expressing admiration for the team's resilience. Posts included photos of past victories and words of hope for a swift recovery, underscoring the deep connection between John Force Racing and its supporters. For a team that has spent decades building a legacy, this crisis became an opportunity to see just how far that legacy extends. The road ahead, rebuilding with determination. As the dust settled, both literally and figuratively, John Force Racing turned its attention to the daunting task of recovery. The damage to the Brownsburg shop was extensive, with water infiltration posing a particular threat to sensitive equipment and electronics critical to their race cars. The team wasted no time in mobilizing resources to address the situation, vowing to work as safely and efficiently as possible to get back on track. While the statement didn't provide a specific timeline for repairs, it conveyed a clear sense of determination, an unwillingness to let this setback define their season. For John Force himself, this crisis is just the latest chapter in a career marked by overcoming adversity. The 75-year-old racing icon has faced everything from fiery crashes to economic downturns, each time emerging stronger and more determined. Though the statement didn't quote Force directly, his influence was palpable in the team's resolute tone. This is a group that thrives under pressure, and the Indiana Tornado, while a formidable challenge, is unlikely to keep them down for long. The broader implications for the NHRA season remain uncertain. The Brownsburg shop is not just a workspace, but a nerve center where cars are built, repaired, and fine-tuned between races. Any prolonged disruption could affect the team's performance in upcoming events, particularly for drivers like Brittany Force, a two-time Top Fuel champion, and Robert Height, a three-time Funny Car title holder, who rely on the facility's capabilities to stay competitive. Yet, if history is any guide, John Force Racing will find a way to adapt, whether that means leaning on temporary solutions, partnering with other teams, or simply pushing their crew to new heights of ingenuity. A broader perspective on resilience. The tornado that struck Brownsburg was a stark reminder of nature's power and unpredictability, but also shone a light on the human capacity for resilience. For John Force Racing, this severely unfortunate ordeal is more than a logistical headache. It's a test of character, one they've met with grace and tenacity. Their statement, issued in the days following the storm, struck a balance between acknowledging the gravity of the situation and celebrating the support that has carried them through it. As of April 6, 2025, the recovery effort is ongoing, with the team working tirelessly to restore their shop and return to the business of racing. The road ahead will undoubtedly be challenging, but if there's one thing John Force Racing has proven time and again, it's that they don't back down from a fight. With the backing of their fans, their peers, and their own indomitable spirit, they're poised to emerge from this crisis stronger than ever. A fitting chapter in a legacy built on speed, heart, and an unwavering will to win.